Hey guys, welcome back. And today's gonna be a special fucking episode because the boys finally fucking ended. Uh,
Yep.
what did you think, man? This whole season as a whole.
I loved it. I think season one was probably better, but I still love season two.
Yeah, this it's funny because people were kind of falling apart midway season. I don't know if you're going around hearing that people weren't not necessarily liking, but they just thought it was falling apart. And then
Mm,
everything paid off like the last three episodes.
yeah,
I think
that's like where everything started coming together.
Yeah, I think it's episode 4 and 5 where people are like, "Where are they taking this?" And then once 6 kicks in, they're like, "Oh, okay, we understand it now." But it's a spoiler talk, so we can actually mention what happens. Well, we should save the finale to the end because that's really what makes up. But
Yeah, that's like the biggest one.
so I think the first part of this talk should be when the first three episodes dropped. What were your thoughts on the first few episodes? What was the
Um,
biggest what the fuck moment?
biggest what the fuck moment. It's hard. It's hard to remember that far back because I think I started the show like a week ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to like catch up then. But um, I do remember liking the first few episodes. I was like, okay, it's all right. It's a good start. I hope like the season like picks up pace because obviously we were introduced to Stormfront I think in like episode
Uh,
2, 3 ish,
yeah.
and then when I was watching, I was like, okay, Stormfront seems like a cool character at first.
At first,
Yeah, and then as the season kept going, I was like, you know what?
she's a
I'm
Nazi.
yeah, it's like what it's well, it's like yeah, it's like I fucking hate this bitch. I want her
Honestly, the
I want
but
her
the
gone.
first yeah, the first episode was crazy because one of the base one the fuck moments was when he's drinking the milk and the assistant catches him and he's like and he like puts it down.
Hmm.
Oh, I was like, oof, that's off to a rough start. Oh, you know what though? I fucking love the parody they did at the beginning. Like the whole reenactment of Billy Butcher
Hmm.
at the at what's her name? Madison Stillwell?
Madeline Stillwell.
Yeah. Then like it's like a very terrible actor with a fake British accent. I was
Yeah.
like,
it's
bruh.
like it's like a scary movie film.
Yeah, I just no. You know what's the scene I don't think not a lot of people should are talking about and they should?
Hmm.
The scene where the Daredevil ripoff, Blind Spot, is telling
Oh, yeah, I
oh
remember
my
that one. I
god.
think actually, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, I think that was the biggest what the fuck
Oh,
moment.
in the first three episodes, I was like, holy shit. And he's like, remember, you're the real and he fucking takes out his ears. I was like,
Yeah, he's like,
oh my
oh.
god. That I was like that poor superhero.
And then Homeland just like casually talks to the assistant while he's like screaming on the floor.
He's like,
He's
don't
like,
bring me like Ed kids. I was like, oh
yeah, I
my
was like, oh my, I was
god.
like, what the fuck?
It's so crazy though.
I thought
We
he, I
should
thought that, I thought the new hero was gonna be like a Robin kind of character, the Homelander.
really. I did not
Yeah.
think that. I thought he was gonna be like. I didn't think he was gonna die, but I just thought it was gonna be one of those in trainees, and we wouldn't deal with. And I feel like it was be like a one time like make fun
Mm.
of. But fuck, man, he ripped out. I was like, Jesus Christ. Um, uh, one of the biggest what the fuck moments in the first year episode was the whale.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
that
forgot about
whale
that.
scene where they
What,
just
what, what,
ram.
what was the whale's name? Was it like Margaret or something like that?
I don't know, but I know the Deep was trying. Oh my god, the Deep this season with the whole Scientology ripoff.
This shit
Yo,
was funny as hell.
I was like, of course they would. I just the Deep. Although he didn't really have that much to do this season. I think this season he was just the butt of the joke because Aquaman.
Yeah, I think yeah.
But I it paid off at the end. Once, but we'll
Hmm.
get to that.
Yeah,
Um,
we can say a little bit later.
what do you think about the arcs this season for Huey, Starlight, and Butcher?
Oh, I think Butcher had the best arc of them all. Starlight didn't really have much to do this season compared to last. She was more of kind of like their mole inside the seven.
Yeah,
And then Huey,
Huey.
I liked his arc towards like the end of the season. When he kind of realizes that he has to become independent.
Yes.
I like that a lot. But Butcher, man, Butcher
Dude.
and Homelander this season, bro.
Yeah, real high. I think they're the real stars of the show. Butcher's arc. It's funny because the first few seasons is all about we need to find Becca. We need to find Becca again. And then episode 4, he finds Becca, and then she's like, "Go away. I don't think this is a good idea because you're gonna exclude my kid." And
Hmm.
she was right. And then episode 5 is just him dealing with this shit. And
Yeah,
episode
he's
6 is just him getting it back together. And then his arc builds up. Like he has to go through this shit in order to be. Look, it's not all about bloodshed all the time. And I just feel like that worked so well, man. I mean,
Yeah, and I
look,
like how Huey also played into his arc. You know, as like
oh,
his
how his
canary.
brother Lenny,
Yeah, how like it was a parallel kind of thing.
yeah, man, that was pretty awesome too. Specific, I just man, this show is the best show on television right now. Not just the best superhero comic, but this is like the best in character arcs and like and talking about society right now. It's scary how close it is, because the beginning for episode what was it, 7, I think, where you see this guy, this casual fan, just looking at the news and it starts
Oh yeah,
manipulating
yeah,
him.
yeah.
That
That is
was
7.
so
And
scary
kind of like
because
how it affects him and makes him like paranoid and shit.
and he kills like the normal
Yeah,
dude.
he kills the register because he thought he was a
He was a
super.
super,
Yeah,
yeah.
when I rewatched the last 2 episodes last night with my friends because they hadn't caught up yet. So I was like, all right,
Uh-huh.
I'll watch it with you guys. And the reaction, they were like, what the fuck? Like when he shot the cashier, I was like,
I
yeah, it's low
know.
key kind of tragic.
Yeah, it is very tragic, man. Like, not, oh man, that yeah, and then the opening for the final episode was a bit too real.
Yeah.
Because instead of school shootings,
It's
it's a
super,
super
yeah,
villain.
super villain attacks.
I was like, shit, this show, they're
Yeah,
going full on out.
and like the teachers had like a gun specialized by Vault and shit, or Vault, not Vault.
Yeah, and then like they had a code like lock all doors,
Yeah,
um,
lock
um,
all
uh,
doors.
authority or something like that. What was it?
Uh, I know it was law. It was lock all doors and windows. Actually, the other
Yeah,
one was
and it had to do something with like authority because like the teacher
might
had a
have been.
gun,
It might have been.
and then the W was like wait for a superhero. I was like shit.
Yeah.
I was like holy fuck, man. One of the I just yeah
You know, seeing that PSA, it's interesting because the spin-off's also supposed to take place in a college, right?
yeah that
So
oh
I
I
feel
see.
like it might have been hinting at something like that.
Maybe, but then again, that's a college, right? Like it's more adult, like it's not very like all over authority.
Yeah, like
So I mean,
kid, like
who knows, man? But I think we should address the real elephant in this room. The thing I think the boys, in my opinion, handled very well, releasing episode per week, aside from the first three. How did that work for you?
At first when I heard this, I was, before the season came out, I was disappointed. I was like, come on, because like the first season, I believe it dropped all at the same time, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I was like disappointed that I had to wait like week after week because, obviously it's a show that I like, but I feel like in the long, like it actually ended up helping the show. Like it ended up
yeah.
like making the suspense between each like episode feel like a lot more, what is it, dramatic.
hmm I personally, when I heard this news, when I heard this news, I was like, "Fuck yes!" Because now, unlike other shows like Hill House or Stranger Things or fucking I don't know, what's another, all those shows drop at once. The hype is like there for 5 days and then it's all gone, you know. And this is
Yeah.
more like every week everyone was tweeting about it, everyone was talking about it week by
Hmm.
week by week, and I love that. And it builds up, man. It builds up to like the suspense of the last 3 episodes, because really that's where shit happened.
That's where it kind of like it's most effective, especially
Yeah.
between like 7 and 8 because of how 7 ends.
Yeah, and
You know?
but also 6, because 6 was the most character driven for Frenchie, and Frenchie
Hmm.
is my favorite character of the show. I don't
Yeah,
believe, but
facts.
but that episode where we go back to where we go to the hospital and we finally meet Lamplighter, and we know why those
Mhm.
two have beef, as in like Lamplighter accidentally killed some kids, but Frenchie could have judged. He had to go see like his dying friend. Like that was crazy, And I really thought Frenchie was gonna die this season, so I was like prepared, but thank God he didn't, because he is
Yeah,
legit one of my favorite fucking characters.
characters.
He
Yeah,
has, and he's such a like French guy.
yeah.
So, oh my god. But I think one of the people we should be talking about, because she was fucking awesome, was Kimiko.
Yes.
Kimiko, she also had a good arc this season.
Yeah, especially with her brother, the whole thing that happened there and how it motivates her throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, because like the first episode we heard about, second episode we finally see her brother, and then The third episode, like
I
her
think
brother
that's where
dies
she
by
meets.
Stormfront.
Oh, is that where he dies? I thought he
Yeah,
died in
that's
episode
right.
4.
Oh no, he died in episode 2. Sorry, he died in episode
Oh, he
2.
did.
Yeah. I forgot which episode it was, but the point is like
I
Kamiko
know
went
he
through
died
some
like early
shit.
on.
Yeah. And then Stormfront, she killed a lot of minorities in that building on purpose.
Yeah, the
And when
family
she,
that she kills,
yeah, I was
she like
like,
straight up slaughters them for no reason.
right there, I was like, Stormfront's a little weird now.
I
Like,
was like, why did she just kill those kids for no reason? Like, not I don't think
yeah,
even Homelander would have done that.
yeah. So it was weird, dude. And like, but yeah, Kimiko, she had a rig because she just had a family member right in front, and then he died right in front of her. And then she had like trust issues for like a good
Hunk
third
of
of
the
that,
season,
a
yeah.
good third of the season. And then and again, I know we saw about the last 3 episodes, but that's really what paid everything off. Is when we see like she's finally comfortable with him, like she's open towards him. Maybe she can't talk, but with So I
Yeah.
really do think that was fucking awesome. You know.
Yeah, and I think it's tragic too because I believe her brother was like her last living family
Yeah.
member because her mom died.
Their mom died in the war, and they
Her
were raised in
her
the.
dad, I don't think it's mentioned what happens to him.
But yeah. But I really think Kimiko was awesome this season. I love at the end when she beats up Stormfront with
Yeah,
the
I was
other.
scared when she got her neck broken.
Me too. But then I was like, no, and then I was like, wait a minute. Last season, Black Noir ripped her apart. Never mind, we're
hmm
good. But yeah, Kimiko was awesome. One of the unexpected arcs we got this season was from Queen Maeve.
Yeah, I was surprised to see her getting like so fleshed out this season.
Yeah, like we dive more into like her human life aside from her being a
hmm
super. Like we got little bits and pieces of it last, but this one like we saw
We saw
mostly
it
with her
like in
girlfriend.
depth. Yeah, we saw how like Vought's like marketing kind of affected her as a person.
Yeah, the first few episodes too. Once like Homelander just decided to do it because fuck it, just cause. We're like, oh, we just have a gay superhero, and they're like, wait, who? And then he like fucking reveals Queen Maeve.
Yeah, he's like Queen Maeve.
Oh fuck! I find it funny in that interview too, where they're like, what about a black guy? Like, what about A-Train? It's like, oh, we have black noir. Well, he's not really a gender, but he's not white. I was like, bro, come on now. So, Queen Maeve had maybe the most tragic arc, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
Because I know Billy at the end is tragic, but he learned to let Queen Maeve, like, she lost everything and still did the right thing at the end. We saw her drama with girlfriend. Her girlfriend found out the fucking video. That was really
hmm
scary. I thought right there they were gonna break up immediately, and Queen Maeve was just gonna go on a rampage of shit. I
Yeah,
really
especially when she like
thought
flipped the
that.
table and like went in a rage kind of thing.
Yeah, but then they did break up. Like they stood together, and apparently she must have been lying, right? Because at the end, she's like, "You're gonna leave me and my girlfriend alone." So she had to be lying
I
about it,
don't. I
right?
don't.
Or was she? Or did
No,
they
I
actually
don't
split
think. I don't
up?
think they like completely broke up because I think they just like took like a small break because Elena did mention like she was gonna go move with her sister, and I
That is
guess
true.
yeah. So
That is true.
I
Yeah,
don't think it
Elena.
was a
Sorry.
complete breakup.
Yeah, because because when you say you're gonna leave me and Elena alone, I was like, wait, so they're still talking? Like, that was when
hmm
I got lost. But like Queen Maeve, man, like these writers, holy shit, and the directors, even maybe it wasn't big and spectacle or big what the fuck, but in the human moments, they fucking
Yeah,
nailed
the
it
human moments this season
so
really stood out.
much. We should go back to talking about why am I forgetting Starlight, right? That's her name.
hmm
Uh, Look, she may not have that big, but she had a lot of things to do this season, man. Like she almost killed Huey. I think people
Oh
gloss
yeah,
over that. She almost
yeah,
killed Huey, and then Butcher saved Huey last minute. Oh, that scene where Butcher and Homelander are talking one on one. Oh, that was
yeah.
so tense. I
I
was
was
like,
expecting that to get like paralleled later on in the season too.
oh, I mean, technically it
It
did, man.
did.
Okay,
It
but we'll
pretty
get
much
that. We'll get
did.
to that in a bit.
Yeah.
But like, she almost did it, and she felt like shit. And then I love that relationship between Huey and Starlight. Like, it is a little corny. It's like the Thor romance. Hear me out.
Mm.
Hear me out. Hear me out. At first, it was about looks, and then they slowly got to know each other. The difference is like the thing with Huey and Starlight. It's a bit more wholesome, Because
hmm
even at the beginning of the episode, like they meet up And they're talking, like in private because they still want to see each other,
Oh
and
yeah,
also
uh-huh.
too like exchange info at the same time. But then like and then when she goes on the road trip with them, that's when I figured out that Liberty is still alive and she's
Stormfront.
Stormfront.
Yeah.
And just that scene where they're singing in the car,
Yeah.
that was I was like I love those human moments a lot. But holy shit, I have to say the best episode Starlight was in was the facility episode where she and Butcher had to like team up to save Huey.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, I knit like, and that's really important. That's when Butcher not necessarily got stopped. That's really like say, okay,
He
this
kind of
one
opened up a
soup,
little bit.
maybe this one soup ain't that bad, and he
Yeah.
even respects her because in the
He gives her that look
car,
of respect. Yeah.
yeah, and then she's like, no, you're not gonna give me that. And I was like, yo, all right, this is where we going. So it's just every character, man. Everyone had a role. Even Mother's Milk, we got a little bit more of him.
Yeah, he
He didn't
did
even have
get
an
a bit more
arc,
of
but
a
he
role.
had something to do, and we
Mm-hmm.
learned more about his father. And it's just everyone had something to do, and I really do. This is why The Boys are one of the best television shows right now. But yeah, I just had to
Yeah,
put that out there.
yeah, it's crazy how they were able to flesh out like so many characters between the seven soups and what is it, like five members of the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy how they were able to like flesh each one or almost all of them out in a very effective way.
Definitely, dude. I think we should talk about the two main antagonists this season, Stormfront and Homelander.
Oh yeah.
Wow, talk about developing villains. Whew,
As if Homelander wasn't already,
a
a huge
psychopath.
antagonist. Yeah.
This season pushed him. It pushed him even more. Even when he's trying to be a good dad, which is sad because in that last episode where we see him a really different side of Homelander, like he has the potential to be good or to be at least
Hmm.
be a good dad. Like when he takes his son away and he like tells him in time to learn, like
Hmm.
you can tell there's something there that could have been, but
Yeah, you
it's
can see
not.
he kind of wants to raise his son like in a better way than he was, but at the same time also make him like his protege.
Yeah, which is very toxic.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? You know what's the episode I think that twisted Homelander even more. What more this season was episode 5.
Is that the one
Well,
where he commits the war crime?
no. Yeah, actually, I think it is. It's not only that, but also doppelgangers in the show, and he's pretending to be Madison. Do you remember that? Where
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When he's like dressed like changing into like different people, and he
mm-hmm.
turns into like Homelander too at one point.
Yeah, that was the most intense episode, at least in the Homelander arc, because that's where we see Storm for starting to fuck with him, like, hey, I can help you out, and he doesn't want that shit, and then she's like, no one can help you but you, and then that's when he realizes, and he kills Doppelganger like nothing, so that was really intense. Also, in that same season, you see he's almost gonna break, because in his
Yeah,
in his fantasy, he
in his
tasers
imagination, he
everyone.
just fucking. I thought that was real. I was like, oh
Me
shit.
too. I thought I was like, is it what? But obviously it wasn't because that
Yeah, I
would
was like,
change the show too
yo.
much.
I was like, yo, that's crazy.
I know, man. But yeah, I think episode 5 was the most important for Homelander because really that's what changed it for him. Stormfront once again. I I like Stormfront. She's a great villain, but sometimes I felt she was a little bit cliche as
Really?
sometimes, not all the time. Like she had some great moments, but like I understood she was a Nazi. I understood she wanted, the Aryan race to like go be in an army of Homelanders. But I feel like we could have developed. I feel like we could have developed her a little bit more, to humanize her in a way. We got a little bit of that when we
Yeah,
learned
with
about
her
her
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's
She
kind of
wasn't
like,
as fleshed out as like Homelander.
yeah, and I mean, I get it why. Not because I know people are like, I know the writers are scared to not necessarily make a
To make a
Nazi look
Nazi
like a
likable.
normal person.
Yeah.
But I think if they went that extra mileage, I think it would have been crazier. Because I feel like the problem with humanizing villains nowadays is that they do it in a way where we're supposed to sympathize for them, when really there should be a way not to relate to them, but be scared that a Nazi can do this is a normal human like you, which should scare
Yeah.
you even more. Instead of, oh, a Nazi's like you, they have this problem. It's like, no, it shouldn't be that way. It should be they can be anyone, you know. So but that's my mini critique of Stormfront. Aside from that, Stormfront was fucking menacing. Holy
Yeah.
shit, she was very menacing. There's always an edge to her, especially when Starlight catches her. Stormfront's like, "Oh, you're gonna help me a lot." She's like,
Hmm.
"How?" And then Homelander comes in. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, it
wow."
got intense when he entered the room.
That got really intense, man. You know what though? In that same episode, they made fun of the about them making the movie, the Dawn of Seven, and they
Oh yeah,
mentioned
and
the
the
Joss
Joss
Whedon
rewrite,
reboot. I
the
was like,
Joss rewrite. I was
bro,
like, I was like, oh my god, I fucking love this show.
yeah, man. That I was like, yep, they went full out again. So props to them. I think the people we aren't talking about the most right now is the Deep and A Train this season. I think they
Mm.
were pushed aside.
They still had their mini
They
arcs.
had the little tiny things to do.
It wasn't as big compared to the main characters pretty much, but like it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like
The Deep was kind of like the butt of the joke, but then we see
hmm
like the Church of Collective goes a bit way more deeper. I think they're teasing something for season 3. And then A Train. I thought A Train was gonna go on a redemption arc, and I think he still could. I think
he's on that path,
I think he's on the path because early this season when he gets kicked out, he's all fucking frustrated. But
and
then
he just starts helping the boys a bit later
yeah.
on too.
And then in the final episodes, freaking he helps out Starlight and Huey with the information, and they
Yeah,
leak it
he gives him the
online.
folder. Yeah,
So I think he's on the right path. Again, well, not really at the same time because remember he only did it so he gets Stormfront kicked out and he can enter back in the Senate.
yeah,
But it's not even because it's the right thing to do, but he just wants back all the deals and promotion he had with companies as an athlete
mhm.
superhero pretty much. But I do think there's something in there that could happen. I
Yeah. I
think
feel
we
like it is being set up for the future seasons.
yeah. So I definitely think we're gonna see more of A Train. And now my theory is that it's not that we're gonna see him turn good, but he's just gonna be his own independent shit. Like he'll be like a mini Starlight. Sometimes he'll team up with the boys when he has to, and sometimes he'll do shit with the Seven when he has to. Like a weasel, back and forth, only for
Yeah.
his personal gain. Uh, yeah. So that's my theory. What did you think? Of A Train?
Yeah, I feel like like I said, there's definitely a redemption arc being set up that will probably pay off either next season or season 4. But um, I think his character is starting to get a lot more interesting. Because in
Hmm.
the first season he was definitely an antagonist kind of character, and now he's kind of seeming more like a would anti-hero be the term?
Yeah, I think
Like
anti-hero
an
is the perfect term.
anti-hero. He's kind of seeming more like an anti-hero, and maybe next season he might even become like, I don't know, a hero maybe.
No,
It seems a little far-fetched, but like it's possible.
maybe. But yeah, again, everyone this arc, amazing. The what the fuck moments, even though there weren't much, they were still amazing. We got the whale scene, we got the blind spot scene, we had fucking doppelganger being killed, Homelander destroying everyone, Black Noir versus Butcher. We got so many scenes, but now I think it's a perfect transition to talk about the real what the fuck moments or just the what the fuck episodes in the last 2 episodes of The Boys season 2.
Mm.
Episode 7. Wow.
That ending.
That yeah, the when before we know who popped the heads,
Yeah.
I was absolutely crazy. It was teased that maybe somebody knew what was going on because in the first episode, we saw the CIA agent head blow up,
Yeah.
and then we see the girl, the 11 ripoff that like crushes
Yeah, we
people,
saw like
but
she
not
can
really
do
that
that.
she pops up heads, more like she like pops up bodies. So I think that
Hmm.
was the one thing that was hinting that it wasn't her. But also again with like Huey and Starlight, really goes to show that Huey has like transformed so long, man.
Yeah.
From the first episode to episode 7, where like when Lamplighter killed himself, he wouldn't do shit. If season 1 Huey, but then he's like, fuck it, I do what I gotta do. He gets a
Yeah.
glass and he
He's like
cuts off
he's like
Lamplighter's
fuck it, I'll do it
arm.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, Hugh, you gaining some balls, bro.
Speaking
So,
speaking of Lamplighter, man.
mhm.
At first, I like this character. I thought his character is badass. This like the fucking the what is it, the lighter,
Yeah,
and how he like just flicks that shit open and then he just fucking shoots fire everywhere. I thought it was badass. And then, when I learned that he burned those kids alive, I was like, okay.
yikes.
And then I'm hoping like he plays like a big part and maybe even joins the boys.
Mm.
And they completely flip that when he like lights himself on fire.
Honestly, though, I like that a lot. Like it shows these superheroes are fucked up.
They're flawed as fuck, and his
Cause
death was even tragic.
yeah, cause he's like he's like they took my statue off. He's like
When they're
I just
doing
want
it
to
in front
make
of
my
the
father
statue.
proud. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so I guess he's gonna walk. Nope, he lights himself in front of the statue. I was like,
Yeah, when I saw the meeting room, I thought originally he was gonna like light it on fire.
me too.
I
I
thought he was
thought
gonna
that
like burn the
too.
whole thing down. I was like, oh, this better be
But he
badass. And then
but then he killed
he lights
himself.
himself on fire. And I'm surprised he wasn't fireproof. You
Yeah,
know?
that's the other thing, it's side effects. So yeah, Lamplighter. I wish we could have gotten a bit more, or at least he would have stayed
Yeah.
alive. But I understand why it happened, and
Especially because the
honestly,
actor too. He's such a great
oh, he's
actor.
we need to see him more. I
Yeah.
love that guy.
He was also Iceman in the
In
X-Men
the
movies
X-Men
too,
movie,
which
so
is
it's pretty tight.
ironic.
He's like, you either die as Iceman or live long enough to seriously become as Pyro. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last episode, wasn't Butcher. What was Butcher doing in that episode?
The last episode?
Yeah, because I know Huey was
Hugh,
rescuing Starlight, and Butcher was up to something else. I forgot what it was.
I believe Butcher was kind of
He
like
was
making
with
the
his dad.
yeah.
He was with his
Oh
dad,
yeah, he went with his dad.
and then he went to go to Homelander's father figure, and he went to go like threaten him. If you don't do this,
Hmm.
I'm gonna kill everyone, which is fucking badass. I
Yeah.
love Butcher.
And then towards the end of the episode, he made like the deal with Stan Edgar
No,
regarding.
that was in the beginning of the last episode. But we'll get to that in a
Oh,
bit.
it was. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was in the same episode.
But yeah, again, episode 7, and not I know we talk about episode, but like I really do think it's episode 4 and 5 where people are just falling apart because they were getting used to not only they're getting used to waiting for an episode, but also those were like the more slower and like character built episodes that they weren't really used to seeing. So I think those two episodes were the only ones that people were like about, but everything else, man, from episode 7 to like the next episode, I think it just went perfectly. And now let's talk about it. Let's talk about the finale, yo. Oh my god.
Probably one of my favorite finales. Behind the Daredevil season 3 finale.
Behind the Daredevil season 1 finale for me, bro.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Again, the way they start this episode, and I love how in the beginning. I know, and I love the beginning episode. It's like, are you sure it wasn't you, Stormfront? Like, yeah, it wasn't me. So I really do think that was awesome. Again, where we go from here, and once like Butcher and everyone teams up to go kill, not kill, but to go distract fucking Homelander after they make the deal, and then we see Becca come back and they need his help. I thought that was awesome. I think that's what the show is building up towards. Not necessarily when Becca comes back, but once Billy is in a different state of mind. But then again, he really was about to like just take Becca and leave the kid. That was the deal with Stan Edgar.
Sell out the kid.
Yeah, and then fucking Becca's like, swear to me on Lenny that you won't do it. And I knew he was lying. Or at least I thought he was lying. Like that, okay, he's just doing his Billy thing.
Yeah, that moment kind of reminded me of like the Infinity War moment between Star-Lord and Gamora.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so either Billy, I don't think Billy's gonna do it. I really think he's gonna leave the kid. But then we get to it, man. We get to the big battle of the finale. When Frenchie develops the sound devices and Homelander's like, all right, I'll be right back. And he goes to it and he sees it's like a distraction. But then Stormfront comes and like she's about to kill everyone.
She fucks shit up.
Yeah, she even blows up like the guys that were supposed to kill her.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
I was like, how the fuck are they gonna be here now?
But then Kimiko
and Starlight start taking her on first.
That was and dude, you see they punched hard because
the blood was going everywhere. You can see that shit going all over the place.
That was crazy.
And Starlight did like the Iron Man repulsor blast too.
Yeah, she to blind her, and then it wasn't working. And although they were beating the shit out of her at first.
And Kimiko was kicking her ass.
I was really hoping Kimiko was the one to kill her. I was really hoping Kimiko was the one to kill her.
I thought she
but then afterwards, she loses. Kimiko like gets sidetracked because she gets her neck snapped, and then Starlight gets and she's about to die. But then fucking Queen Maeve comes in.
Yeah, when you hear Queen Maeve call her out.
Dude, and then she punches her down, and they all start kicking on the ground.
Yeah, they start jumping her, bro, and like the music in the background too.
Even Frenchie's like, "Damn, girls do get the job done." I was like, "That's how you do it."
Yeah, that moment was poetic as fuck too. That moment, like, Oh man,
and
I
she was getting
you
her
know
ass kicked, dude.
I feel like that moment was also kind of it's funny in a sense because it kind of does what Endgame was trying to do, but
Yeah, but it
better.
did way more
Yeah,
better,
way better because it
far
actually
more
set
better.
it up. It set it up
They
from the beginning of the
did.
season
They
with the whole
set it all
"girls get
up.
it done" motto in the marketing, and then it gets paralleled later on in the season when the girls do get it done and kick fucking Stormfront's ass.
And then she like flies, right? And then we think it's
Yeah,
over.
she escapes
But then like
and
we
she comes
see
back
she's running
later.
with, but then you see she's running with like Becca and the kid. And then afterwards you see fucking you see when Stormfront confronts Becca, and then you think she's about to die, but then Becca gets up the knife and she stabs her in the eye. I was
Oh,
like,
I was like,
oh,
let's go, Rebecca. I was like, you got this.
I was like, damn, where are we going with
I was like,
this?
it's badass. And
But the,
man,
oh, and then she like electrocutes Butcher, so he's knocked out for a bit, and then she's
yeah,
choking what's his name,
Rebecca.
Ryan? What the kid's name, Ryan?
Yeah, the kid's name is Ryan.
Yeah, and then we see choke out Ryan's mom, and he's like, "Stop that!" And I knew he was gonna laser because in the beginning,
It was set up. It
Homelander
was
was
set up.
like,
Yeah.
"Can you do it?" And he's like, "Can't do it." And then when you see fucking
When he threatens the mom, the kid gets
yeah,
like all fucking mad.
and then you feel it like this kid's about to kill Stormfront. That makes so much more sense. And then it just cuts to white, and then we see, and then everything's down on the ground,
Yeah,
and then you
if you notice, Ryan's laser vision does more damage than Homelander's
yes,
because we saw
yes.
Homelander's laser vision didn't do shit to Stormfront early in the
But then
season.
again, he controlled how hard he was doing it.
Kinda, yeah.
But dude, okay, so once that white flash, and we see how fucked up Stormfront is,
She got
no
Anakin, bro.
arms, no legs, her whole body's burnt, barely any hair. I
Bro,
was like, damn, this kid wrecked her. And she starts speaking German. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
he's about to die.
she's like I forgot what she was saying. Somebody translated it, but I can't remember if it was like a poem or a speech.
I'm pretty sure it was a speech because Nazi Germans. But yeah, and we see her fucked, and we're like, yeah. And then we see Becca fucking bleeding from her neck,
Yeah.
and then
I
Butcher gets up. Oh my
I
god.
thought at first Rebecca died because like Ryan's laser vision, but I'm starting to think it might have been like Stormfront's hand like accidentally like ripped her
Poked a
throat, you know?
hole.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty. I think it was Ryan because remember,
I thought
because
his
when
laser
Billy
would have done
gets
more.
up and she's all like, "It's not his fault. It's not his fault," and she dies in front of you can tell Butcher's about to beat the fuck out of this kid, man.
He was about
You
to
can
kill that kid,
he's
bro.
about to fuck
He
him.
what was it, the crowbar he grabbed? And he
Yeah,
was about to
I was like, he's about to kill him. But then
I was
Homelander
like,
comes.
oh yeah.
The way he comes down and the
Oh,
way he sees,
that shot, the
oh,
cinematography in that
that
shot.
was beautiful,
Oh my
man.
god.
And he's like, Ryan, did you do this? And he's all like, I didn't mean to. He's like, come here. I was like, wait.
I was like, he's about to kill this
I
fucking
was like,
kid too.
wait.
I was like, they're
Nah,
both
bro.
gonna fight to kill the kid.
My first, I was like, wait, who's gonna kill him first, Billy or Homelander?
I thought
And
they were
then,
gonna fight to kill him.
yeah, and then you see Billy turn around so angry with the crowbar. And then I really thought, at first, no, before that, before Homelander came and he gets the crowbar, I really thought Homelander was gonna kill Stormfront first. I thought he was about to smash her face with the crowbar.
Mm.
That was my first initial thought. But then Homelander came down. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna try to hit Homelander? So when he turns around, he looks. I was like, what's he gonna do? He's like, no, don't. And I was like, what? No, he's not about to do the right thing, is he? And then afterwards, he's like, come now. And then Ryan slowly goes to
He goes
Butcher,
to Butcher.
holding his hand. I was like, no way. I was like, there's no way they're gonna kill off Billy right now.
I was like, Stormfront's about to, all right, not Stormfront. Homelander's about to fucking lose it.
Yeah, and then
And
after
he does in a sense. He does,
he
but like in a
does.
different like expect or a different like type of
Oh,
way.
we skipped something though. Before we go on, can we just recognize when Homelander was in the cabin
Ah, yeah, I
and
was waiting to
with
get to
the
that. I was waiting to
and
get to
when
that
and then they're like,
with the
"What's going on?" And
soldiers.
everyone points the gun at him,
He's like, I
and
heard
he's like
Butcher. What's
closes
going
the
on?
door. I was like, oh.
I thought we were about to get a scene that was like the Darth Vader hallway scene from Rogue One.
Where he just
I thought we
wrecks.
were getting
I
like
mean,
a
we see a
massive
little bit.
quiet. We saw a little bit of that. I thought we were getting like a massive like choir coming in with like him shooting lasers over the place.
Oh, and then when
That'd be
he
badass.
comes out with all this blood.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But anyway, back to where we were. So, and I really thought Holmes was gonna kill her, but then we hear Queen Maeve, no, you're gonna leave them alone. And she comes out with the phone and the footage. I was like,
Mm.
okay, are the Queen Maeve is gonna fight him and that's how they're gonna distract and she dies?
That's what I thought too.
Or she's really gonna negotiate this deal. And then once after that, like when you see Homelander, like he's just done. He's just really fucking broken, and he doesn't know what to do anymore. I was like, shit, man.
Yeah, I was expecting like when he hit his breaking point, I thought he was just gonna go like fucking rage mode and just start destroying everything. But in reality, he kind of like breaks down in tears,
Yeah, and it's
and like
funny.
it,
Remember in the beginning, he's all like, no. I mean, I cry, but I'm a real man now, so I don't do it. And then
yeah,
he
and then
cries.
he cries. I was like, that was poetic as fuck, bro.
Now, it was poetic was when Billy cried first because Becca died. I was like, that's a real man right there. That's a real fucking man. So, and then when he walks slowly towards fucking Maeve, I was like, this is it. Run, run. And then afterwards, he's like, or what? If you release that footage, I will destroy everything, the entire world. And Queen Maeve is like, yeah, but then no one will love you ever again. And people see who you really are. And he stopped. I was like, fuck,
I was like,
man.
what are they about to do here?
Just Queen Maeve, man.
she
What an
was,
arc. What
yeah,
an arc. And then Billy and the kid walk away, and then fucking Kimiko goes to Frenchie, and everyone reunites over there with the boys. And the way it ends too, man. The way when Butcher talks to Ryan and he gives him necklace, it's like, your mom
like
gave me this necklace and said I'd always be safe, so I'm giving it to
it
you.
was so wholesome.
I
It
was
was
like,
wholesome as fuck.
damn, Billy
And,
learned.
and then like the last words to each other is like, remember what I told you? Don't
He's
be a
like, be a
cunt.
con. I was
Don't be
like,
a
let's
cunt.
go.
I was like, let's fucking go.
Like honestly, like I think that kid's gonna grow up. I think we're gonna see that kid and Billy like have father
Yeah.
and son moments next season. I really do think so. And I just Billy Butcher, man, what is he? And they give
Yeah.
everyone a happy ending, and that's what I.
Yeah, it's it's so it's the ending is like so great that it feels like it could be the end of the show. Like
It could, yeah,
if the show ended there, I wouldn't have been disappointed.
absolutely. I agree 100%. But man, even Hugh, and I love Huey's art because I relate a lot to Huey about having abandonment issues,
Yeah,
right? So I love that scene where he's like, maybe being too clingy or being too
yeah,
much. Maybe I
to
should back off. And then, and it was right before Starlight like kisses him, and he's like, oh no.
yeah, not
I was
you.
like, not you.
I'm not
I'm gonna be
crazy.
crazy about you. And then she's like, oh, then who are you talking about? And we see Butcher. I was like,
And we see Butcher with
oh,
Ryan.
oh my heart, no, this bromance is coming to an end. But I
Yeah,
love how Huey's independent now. That's such a
yeah,
two
he
seasons and it's worth the payoff. And now we know he has to get dirty when he has to get dirty.
mm-hmm.
And I love that. And the boys, man. And we see Mother's Milk go back to his kids. Like,
Yeah, that moment
who
was
knew the
so
most disgusting, realistic show in national television would be the one to give us the most
could have a
wholesome.
wholesome ending, yeah.
I
And
was
then
just
Frenchie and
amazing. Wait,
Kamiko kind of
Kamiko,
going on
and
their own,
then Camille's like, "Are you gonna teach me how to dance?" He's like, "Yeah." And just this
and they
show.
dance at the end, yeah.
What this show, man? This show is amazing.
It,
The boys,
this
the
show,
boys. Amazon's killing it. The boys is the best superhero slash any TV show on the air right now. It
yeah.
truly is.
And there's even Homelander's I can do anything I fucking want
They
moment.
finally
They
put that
did
in
it. They
there.
did it.
I mean, they cut off the part where the cunt's supposed to come out, but I love they still put that in because it fits him with the mood. He's like, I lost it, but fuck it, I can do anything now because I don't have anything.
Yeah, he's like, I have like nothing to lose anymore.
Oh,
And it's kind of scary too.
that is scary because now it's like next season,
It's
what's he
like
gonna
next
be
season
like?
he's probably gonna have no limits.
Maybe, and plus we already saw Switching Limit when he was fucking Stormfront, and then he squishes that guy's head with his hands. So
He like fucking crushes his skull and shit, bro.
yeah. Oh, and then we should talk about the ending.
Oh, that
That
twist.
reveal where the
That oh
congresswoman,
my
the
god.
parody of
Newman.
Newman, that parody
Victoria
of
Newman.
AOC. In fact, she blew up the heads. So now it's like, does she have something up her sleeve that she wants to do,
My
or
theory.
is she working with Stan Edgar?
Yeah, my theory, because it's interesting because the church leader, his last words is like, I have enough dirt for like a dozen soups. And then immediately
That's
after that, boom, his head is gone. So my theory is that this congresswoman is actually kind of like Vough's secret weapon, like a spy almost. Like she's killing anyone who gets too close to taking Vought down. Because she killed
that.
their
Oh,
their
that.
CSO. She
The,
killed the CIA woman, and now she killed the church leader.
that you have a point going. You have a point going there, buddy. Again, working with Stan Edgar, you know.
Exactly.
I think I just that was a great twist. And at first I thought, I thought it was gonna end with Huey just sitting there, and then he realizes it. But no, it doesn't. It's just, she's
That
she's just working for him now.
that final scene, that was kind of scary. Right after you see her blow the church leader's head off, she walks into the room and sees Huey. I was like, don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be Huey. He's the main character, so.
Yeah, I was
But
still
then
scared
when she
though.
was like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's talk," I was like, "Okay, good." Like she's gonna cool. Again, Boy season 2 is
Oh
amazing.
man. Yeah,
No
I
other
think I
show be
think
like this.
I think the only issue I have this season was the way Black Noir was taken out.
Okay, that's
It was
true.
funny. It was funny. It
But
was
he got taken
definitely
out like a
funny.
bitch. Yeah,
Yeah, but he got taken out kind of like especially because his character was so badass. And I think it was this season that opened up with like his killing montage on his mission.
that's true. It's right because a lot of people thought we were gonna see who Black Noir was this season, but we didn't. So I think next season is
I'm
when we're
pretty
really
I'm
gonna
pretty
know
sure the
more.
creator or not the writers I think said like they wanted to keep his like background a mystery because that's what makes his character so interesting.
Yeah,
But I would like to see him explored more.
I think we're scoring more in season 3, along with the Deep and A Train. So season 3, I think season 3 is gonna be interesting, very interesting. And also they're bringing in Soldier Boy, the
Soldier
Captain America.
Boy.
Yeah, why how I
And he's
had
supposed to be the villain too. They said today that he was supposed to be the villain
yeah.
this
They
season.
said that like he's gonna be a villainous role. And they got the guy from one of the brothers of Supernatural to be Soldier Boy. And I don't know if you saw the promotion, but we saw how his American voice will be like American citizens, and
Oh no,
it's
I didn't
very
see.
it's very Captain America like.
Yeah.
And I'm really hyped to see how they're gonna pull off this fucked up Captain America, because we have fucked up Superman. See, fucked up Captain
Yeah.
America. That's gonna be interesting.
It kind of reminds me of what's his name, Peacemaker from Suicide Squad. How he's also supposed to be kind of like a cocky Captain America kind of character.
That's true.
So,
That's very true. But yeah,
but
man,
I'm excited to see what they do with Soldier Boy, and
me too.
maybe
Because maybe
maybe
he'll
like
take the role of Starfront this season, where he's the real
yeah
baddie, and that's
yeah,
gonna be
or
awesome
maybe
because
like
this guy has no powers. I mean, he does, but not like aside
not
from
like
like super
Homelander
strength.
powers.
Yeah, nothing godlike. He's
Yeah,
just a human enhanced with like strength and speed.
pretty much. Yeah.
So that's gonna be awesome. And yeah, and any final words to add to the season 2 spoiler discussion?
Um, season 2 was incredible, man. What makes it stand out from season 1 is the fact that it has a lot more character moments, whereas season 1 kind of
Yeah,
set up the tone of the entire show with like all the fucked up moments, the comedy aspects and all that.
I
This one,
agree.
yeah, this one dives more into the characters, and I feel that's what makes this season so effective. Um, man, Homelander and Butcher, man,
Yeah,
such great characters.
honestly, my final word season 2 is like they knocked it out the park. The writers, the directors, everyone did a part
Yeah,
fantastically.
they
Um,
exceeded my expectations.
Absolutely, they absolutely exceeded expectation, and I like this format of the first 3 episodes and then drop them one by one.
Yeah,
I
I
think
really
I
like that.
think if Netflix and Hulu kind of already does that, but if like every other streaming service does that, even Mandalorian, um, I think that can work really well. I really
Mhm.
do think so because it builds up hype throughout the weeks.
Yeah, because 3 seasons is just right enough to like hook people. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just
So
like it establishes everything, and then each week we get new episodes. I feel it's very effective.
yeah, man. I mean they're gonna start filming February for season 3. I hope we get season 3 very late 2021, December,
Yeah.
November. That be the plan, but we're most likely gonna get it early 2022. And I hope they renew season 4 before season 3 comes out, so then
Hmm.
it could be like every year we get a new season. But yeah, that's it, guys. That was our
Yeah.
The Boys season 2 spoiler discussion. What did you guys think about season 2? Let us know down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a like. That totally helps. Thanks for tuning in. We can't wait for season 3. My name is Alex.
I'm Miguel.
Till next time, see you later.